Onlybengals, an OF OnlyFans exclusive presented by
Trapaholics.
your Cincinnati Bengals defense.
Trapaholics, bitch. Sorry,
Again,
that's like all running through my head right now because I'm just trying to cope. We're just trying to cope, bro. Like, how you doing today, dude?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Just hanging in there. My Cincinnati Bengals that are, 7 games in the L column, but it's okay. We will live to see better days. Ryan Rico's still the punter for the Cincinnati Bengals, which makes me happy. So
Oh, that just makes it all well, huh?
super,
Just fucking fine and dandy.
super amazing.
Yeah.
I got to cop the jersey.
Oh, yeah. I hope you fucking love that Ryan Rico jersey, knowing that we just have the worst fucking defense in the history of the fucking sport.
Yeah, I mean, well, let me, off the top, I think you look at I don't know if you saw those grade charts. It was like of linebackers and edges, rookies, and like all of our rookies are at the fucking bottom of the
Literally
list.
started from the bottom. We still here.
And Barrett Carter is rounding third base and coming into home in top three to to stack up. So we will have the top 4 missed tacklers in the league. That's the way it's looking right now.
Yep. Yeah. A lot to take away from that game. Obviously, as we always like to do here on the Bengals After Dark videocast, we kind of like to encapsulate the key takeaways from the game and what to expect moving forward. And obviously, the Thursday episode will be more of a breakdown towards the next game, which nobody is looking forward to. A Jamar-less Bengals, Joe Burrow-less Bengals heading into week whatever fucking week it is against the red hot Patriots, who have faced like hella bad teams, but were in that cluster. So, just another fucking target for them to.
And you know what? Let me make Bengals fans feel a little better, right? Because this was the number 1 team that T. Higgins, odds wise, outside the Bengals, was projected to go to. T. Higgins is a Patriot. That's what everybody, was saying prior to him signing. And could you imagine right now, like if how dark, and it would probably be even darker without T. Higgins on this team this season. Could you imagine like T. Higgins coming back home to the Patriots and just absolutely just
Oh my gosh, bro.
this would have been like,
Yeah.
thank God T. Higgins is a Bengal.
No shit.
'Cause,
Oh,
like,
that's a crazy perspective.
That would have
Yeah.
been would have been very bad.
Yeah, that would have just encapsulated the Bengals. Oh, dude.
He would.
Oh my gosh. Bengals fans would have so much more to bitch about too.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, see another fucking catastrophic failure by the franchise, not committing to Joe Burrow, so they don't pay their star receiver. They're not committed to winning." But we know that would have fucking happened.
Shout out Rocky.
Yeah, man. Shout out Rocky. But look, man. Tensions were obviously flaring up. Things were overflowing in that game of just not being able to make things right. Complimentary football is a cliche that's thrown around. That's just like way too loosely assumed. It's not an easy thing to achieve complimentary football, because the room for error, is so small and the level of competition is so much more narrow than a fan would like to admit. Obviously the defense and your opponent gets paid too, to make plays, but just the lack of plays his defense has made, has allowed tensions to rise. I mean, oh, dude, I don't even want to go down the rabbit hole. I fucking hate Jalen Ramsey as a player.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a nicer guy. I hope he's a nicer guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I hate few players more than him. The audacity of a dude that literally changed positions because of one guy. You went to the elder statesman position of a secondary because of Jamar Chase, and you have the audacity to try to size him up and to cheap shot him, multiple cheap shots, multiple dirty hits, not just on him, on the tutty, yapping. Bro, you're probably contemplating retirement now. I mean, just because of the whirlwind that has been this year with the Steelers, a lackluster defense, and he had to move positions because of this dude. And we're obviously not going to go into any situation where we're going to condone what Jamar did, but we're also not going to say that shit heating up like it did, I mean, wasn't expected. I mean, Jalen's a bitch.
Yeah.
I can't stand him, bro.
I would have loved to see a vintage AJ Green, or maybe some shit like that. I think that would have been a little more fire, more fire approach. But I agree with you, bro. Like that, was it the first drive that, like, I mean, the cheap shot, like, just gets blown straight, or was that later in the game where he just gets absolutely just
it was
drilled in the back?
Yeah, it was a bit later.
Okay, because I mean, dude, like,
it was fucking ridiculous. The ball was clearly out of the play. He saw everything. Good old hard-nosed Steelers
Jamar
football.
low-key didn't do shit after that. He was just chilling right back to the next play. So
I mean, and it was a horrible game. Jamar was off. Joe and Jamar were off all game. There were opportunities to make a play. Once I saw, you know what I hate, bro? I hate nothing more than a shitty booty cheek ass corner getting confident.
Yeah.
And when I saw James Pierre fucking celebrating on a PBU on Jamar, first of all, I wanted to do bad things to him just because it pissed me off. Second of all, like, I knew we're in trouble because, that was the play you were supposed to connect on. That's the position you want to be in. Double team or not, we don't care. Jamar beat them both like you'd expect. He beat the safety over the top. He beat the corner by a good step. And then it was thrown at Jamar. You didn't throw it for Jamar. You didn't lead him there. That's when you knew it was going to be some trouble, bro. But, it led to just the tensions rising and shit turning out the way it did.
So we have 50 people in here currently. Shout out to everybody watching. We appreciate it. Probably wondering, Onlybengals spit on that. Was it spit on that thing?
Spit on it.
Spit on it. Spit on. God.
Spit on it.
Spit on it. We were just trying to have a little fun. In light of the situation, Jamar Chase, by the way, I guess we'll just talk about it now. Suspended 1 game. Gonna miss this.
Man, free my dog. He didn't do nothing. It's so funny how he's appealing it, bro.
Like, bro.
Even worse though that
the Fox 19 guy caught him in 4K.
I don't. You know what? I'm not gonna
Fox
say
19 caught me in 4K, and they called me Kyle Burton. Kyle, do I look like a Kyle?
You gotta do look
like fuck off. Kyle and Drake. Where's the correlation? She was like, I just forgot his name. Just say Kyle.
That is shitty, bro.
That's shitty, bro.
Yeah, that's like someone calling me like Devin or fucking Austin. Oh, bro, Austin pisses me off, bro.
Austin?
Yeah, hell no.
DJ?
Hell no.
Frank?
Nope. I'm about to. I may get belligerent and do some Jamar like shit if someone calls me fucking Frank. Shout out all the Franks, man. Just not me as a Frank.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like, fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Are you that surprised that Jamar lied?
No.
Me neither. I hate that. I'm not.
Check. Damn, am I good? Check. Oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, audio looks fine, but doesn't that suck? We've had some combos before. Yeah. Are we that surprised? Like,
yeah,
it's not a good look.
Yeah.
We like to keep, we're not coming here like we know a ton about Jamar's personal life. We don't, and we love Jamar. We got a ton of respect. We obviously love him as a player. But I wasn't that shocked when I heard he lied. And then he got caught in literally the most 4K fucking video, 8K, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, it was bad, bro. It was a bad look.
But the way I look at it, think of it if you were defending Jamar Chase, right? Maybe, Jalen was just in his way. Maybe he didn't mean to. Maybe he meant to aim at the ground, and Jalen so happened to be in the vicinity of his spit.
What I would have done is I would have spit on the ground and acted like I'm kicking the spit at him.
That's hard.
That's tough, ain't it?
Yeah.
Bro, like, kick rocks, bro. Yeah. Kick rocks, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
catch a 15-yard flag or something.
Yeah, bro. Like, or like get a $14,000 fine. That ain't
Right.
shit. That's like $100 to
Yeah.
him. You know, but now you get suspended for one game, and that's $1 million or $2 million. No
But
game check. You know, so
actually,
that
I think it was like 400,000, but that's because he's not on that deal yet.
that's probably what he's appealing. He's probably just gonna say, "Hey, or let me get my game check. I would rather pay 500,000 behind the scenes versus 1.82 million for missing the game." You know what I'm saying? Or what's that? 40 per year? That's almost 3 mil. You know what I'm saying? So that, there's a lot of behind the scenes shit there, but I do got to say this, bro. I kind of like seeing the that kind of sparks some rivalry back.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
that next game is gonna be
Next
it's gonna
year.
be dirty, bro.
Yeah.
Like
You know what? Good.
That's gonna be like
Good.
And you know what I can see in the future? And I can very well see this next year. Playoff game.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Oh, just wait till we see
That
the
would
Ravens
be-
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like, because Ravens aren't going to forget that he put 300 yards on. That's what happens, bro.
Well,
Look at the Chiefs to Jamar.
well, and I think
They do the same
and I
shit.
think the guy that's been talking about it for years, who's been wanting to play on Thanksgiving for so long, I think he might get out there and
Oh, yeah.
suit up.
Bro, that's going to be a big game because you know why? We're going to have no room for error. And I'm not going to sit here and say that we're going on some playoff run. This is the worst, literally the worst defense ever. I can't believe that we're saying that. We actually have statistical proof. We're not just some lousy fan. Like, this is the worst defense ever. Like, literally the worst you've ever seen. But it's going to be fun to get your three best players back on Thanksgiving. We expect Trey to be back. That's kind of what they're aiming for, Jamar and Joe. So that'll be fun. All right. So fuck it. Why not? Why not? I mean, as long as, even if it's a little, like, what do you have to lose? Joe seems like he's truly progressing really well. This isn't some crazy sugar coated thing. It seems like video proof shows that. Fuck it, bro. Like, he's a football player, you know?
Yeah.
So, and he's a guy, he is the Bengals, and he's gonna come back. The coaches are gonna want him to come back. And any fan that is truly trying to build up evidence to tank, I'm sorry. It's a dumbass fucking philosophy that does not exist. These coaches are coaching for their jobs, for their careers.
Exactly.
They are trying to stay in the league.
Like, you got to think, like, the variance of, like, Zach Taylor getting fired with these type of weapons, like the stain that could have on you, right? Is like
the ineptitude.
Like, damn, bro, you couldn't do it with them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, these guys are coaching, like you said, for their football lives, for their jobs. Like, that's the difference of, hey, coaching a football team for a few million a year versus,
like, what makes you think you're gonna do that for Cam Ward and like in fucking Chigakonkwo? Like, you're not. If you can't do it with Joe Burrow and Jamar fucking Chase, the best duo this league has ever seen, arguably. Yeah, you're. I mean, yeah. So that's what it is, bro. Like, that's something that is worth talking about real quick because it's important. The tank term is thrown around. It is fucking stupid. Not just the coaches are coaching for their careers. You guys know how I love to bring in the day-to-day philosophy of, the average hardworking individual's life that's hopefully achieving great things in their job. But you, Drake, you're achieving great things in your job. You've earned your role. You have earned your strides. You have taken the beatings of earning your ascensions, earning your raise, earning the time, the early hours, all the work you put in.
Yeah.
But we're going to suggest you to drop your value, perform worse, so we can push someone else into your role. You okay with that? Just kind of saying sayonara, but you got more in the tank, don't you?
Right. Yeah.
Nah, if you don't mind, Drake, we're gonna tell you to do worse, so we can then fire you, cut you, let you go, right? Because when you tank, you try to sweep house, right? As much as you can. That's what you're saying is going to happen for these pro players, guys. I'm not saying in some super rare scenario, which is ironic as Bengals fans because there has never been a more successful tank than us back in 2019. But we didn't even really tank. We were just truly ass. Like the Burrow Bowl, Tyler Boyd dragging his fucking one leg on the fucking what, fourth down or some huge down
Insane,
with
bro.
seconds left in the game to try to make a play. And
Crazy.
every fan was like, oh my gosh, it was just an admirable moment. But we were like, wait, we shouldn't give a shit. We don't want to win.
Yeah.
That epitomizes what I'm saying. Like, there's no such thing as tanking, bro. Maybe decision makers that are higher up that don't give a fuck. Like, all that they care about is getting capable bodies to do the job that they want. The players don't. That's like the boss telling you to tank.
Right.
You don't want to tank.
Right.
These players aren't gonna fucking tank.
Right. If
Stupid.
if you had to like compare it, it's like, yeah, like you might have a shitty manager and and it might suck, but I'm gonna still do my job. I'm gonna still perform at a high level. I don't
Exactly.
want that falling back on me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just because I'm like, fuck it. No.
Even worse, if you don't respect your manager because he's not doing
Yeah.
his job, because he's not a good coach or a good leader,
Yeah.
are you going to tell him, hey, be worse at your job? You don't even respect him already.
Right.
The locker room's lost.
Yeah.
If the locker room's lost, it's because the players are taking control. And if the players are taking control, it's because either the coach was inept or they don't care for him to be in control. It's just bringing it full circle. It makes no fucking sense, and it's not going to happen. So it is a cowardly. It's simply naive, and I'm tired of fans bringing it up as some suggestion. Now, here's a harsh reality, though. They're going to try, and they're going to keep being ass. That's the hardest part. But they're not going to try to be worse. They just are. They are that bad. I almost wish I could tell you that they're trying to tank. We wish we could tell you that Barrett Carter is trying to tank his value, but he's not. He's trying. He's really trying, actually. Geno Stone, we wish we could tell you, him, Fig Newton, these guys that just got put on the hub by the first ballot Hall of Famer, Darnell Washington. Did you know he's one of the greatest ever? I mean, like, they're just that bad, but a tank is not in the cards and it's not going to happen. And that's why these coaches haven't been fired yet. And I mean, call me crazy. I think an executive above any coach deserves to be fired first, but that's just my opinion. That's where we stand.
I mean, even in light of a lot of this darkness, I feel like you have light, right? Maybe you have Geno Stone, Jordan Battle, these guys that are just missed tackling machines, right? But then you see a bright side of a game like Miles Murphy. Like that's the type of stuff that I'm looking forward to in these type of times where it's like, who are the guys that DJ Turner, the guys that are gonna rise up and really like take ownership of that role. Like, hey, even though that this defense is definitely gonna get retooled after this season and probably just broken down to
Gutted.
gutted
Mhm.
like to its fullest. There's gonna be guys that still have to stick around and still fill a void and there's guys that are stepping up right now. Like I said, I love that game out of Miles Murphy, bro. Like
Yep.
that was something like if think about it, like you come out of the bye week, and even so, like I know a lot of people had an issue with what Zach said. Like it wasn't like the score wasn't what do you say vindictive of like the result, like the actual result. Because I felt like yes, before that the first three quarters, like it was a defensive game, right? Before you got the pick sixes and shit like that defense was kind of like really locked in there.
Yeah.
Your offense wasn't performing at all, which did not help.
Yep.
And then a lot of shit happened and you lost a lot of confidence. And then like you said, you got put on the hub and shit like that. But like I said, in the light of the darkness, I like to see a lot of these players rising up, bro. It's nice to see. I thought this was an interesting quote from Zach Taylor. I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Yep.
I hate the record we have. I hate the position we're in. The only silver lining to losing is I know who gets to be a part of the journey moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. It's like that. That's what it's coming down to.
Yep.
He's describing exactly what we're saying, that the degree, like it's jobs on the line at this point. I mean, it is not rocket science, but yeah, I mean, how deep the gutting goes, time will tell. Sorry, I'm trying to look at stats real quick,
No, you're good.
because you mentioned Miles, and he has been turning up, and that's been a really promising thing. I'm trying to see if he had. Okay, he did not have a sack, but he had 5 assists in the Bears game. And that's really impressive coming from an edge defender. He had the third most tackles in that Bears game.
No, he had a sack, bro. Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no, yeah. He had a sack in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
But he damn, okay, he had a bad game against the Jets, kind of. I mean, most times he has. I thought he had a sack in a cluster of games consecutively here. Damn. Okay. When the fuck did he get? I think it was against the Lions. He had some big play. I don't know if you recall. I think it may have been that game. Let me confirm real quick. Yeah, it was that. It was just a great play against Penny Sewell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a huge play. But so he hasn't put together a great stream of games, but he has put together a good couple games. And yeah, I mean that's we want nothing more than these guys to be good ascending football players, right? You know what I'm saying?
6 pressures, 5 defensive stops, 1 sack
That
against the
is
Steelers.
that is good, man. That's a really good game. That's the best game of his career.
Shout out Miles Murphy. Shout out Max.
For real.
Sir.
Yeah, that's all we've been wanting, and I don't take back anything I've said.
Yeah.
None of us
gotta,
have.
Yeah, you got to prove it.
Yeah, but we want nothing more than that. It was a huge opportunity for him, and he helped a lot.
Yeah.
I think we were getting some pressure. We were getting there, and we've been getting guys off their spot the last couple games, which has been low key a bit more impressive. I think we've been utilizing stunts more, which is good. I think Miles off of stunts really shows his speed because of how fast he is, and how strong he is. So I think that that's where he can excel. We've seen a couple more pass rush moves sprinkled in there here and there, nothing crazy, but we love to see that. And then Drago had another good game. Not as crazy, but he's getting to a point to where they're not trying to press him. Like, I didn't see many targets at all towards Drago Turner. They just kind of kept it away from him. And the middle of the field was destroyed over those linebackers' heads. It's the worst linebacker unit in the league. It's the worst. Just everything's bad. Nothing's good. You love the effort that the D line played with. And then, you look at guys with piss poor effort. I mean, it's a joke with some of that, half of that secondary. Yeah. I mean, Fig Newton has been fucking horrible, and it sucks. He just seems clocked out. I mean, uninvested in a lot of these situations. Gino was I think he's the worst tackler I've ever seen in the NFL. I think it's getting to that point. I mean, you've been a bad tackler year after year, and just he doesn't wrap up. I don't get it.
I don't get why none of these guys wrap up.
It's so weird.
I mean,
you're a professional.
Man,
you're a professional tackler.
It was G Will. I think G Will. Shout out G Will. He brought up the clip. It was Dax Hill, and it's like crash, bro. Like Dax Hill sees it right in front of him. He can go get it, bro. And dude picks up 3 yards because you didn't go get it. Like how
you let him come to you.
Yeah, like a Mike Hilton-esque play where Mike Hilton's gonna go get him.
Exactly.
You let him come to you, like you said. Can't do that.
Yeah, it's fundamental football. It's learning the ropes of football. At minimum, you get the angle pursuit, and you meet them halfway.
And who's to say, like, a lot of these guys obviously unconfident, but who's say, like, when they go to fucking tackle these guys, they're not fucking scared. I mean, we got Darnell Washington running down the field, fucking stomping at 6'7", 260 pounds. Like
Gino. No, he's 300 pounds.
Oh, 3. Yeah, Gino didn't want nothing to do with.
I mean, that's literally a tackle. That is a tackle a month after the football season if he could sneak by without eating a ton of food. Because
Yeah.
you see how a lot of these linemen can sometimes shrink down because they just have to eat so much.
Right.
That's what he looks like. He looks like a tackle in the first week of March heading to the beach, leaning up a little bit. Then I'm gonna pick it up in April.
Right.
Like he is insane, and I get it. But yeah, man. I mean, I don't even want to go down the rabbit hole no more. We know exactly what this defense is. We know. It's insufficiencies everywhere. The talent's bad. I feel congruent with what I've been saying. I don't think that coaches deserve to be fired here.
Yeah.
I think those who assembled this shit for the coaches deserve to be fired. I've said it all along. I think Zach is replaceable, and I will
Yeah.
continue to say that. I think you can do better, but he's not your biggest problem
Yeah.
because we can all confidently say that he did not want, I know for a fact that he did not want these key foundational defensive players to walk out the door.
I don't think Duke Tobin did either. That's where I kind of defend it in a way too, where it's like we know that up top, we know the ownership, right?
Yep.
They have a set value on positions.
Yeah.
This is what we're money wise, this is how we feel at guard. This is how we feel at safety. Like that's where like I can't point one finger at anybody because yes, Duke's probably made some shitty decisions, but who say like Zach Taylor's in the fucking war room going crazy because he just got Jermaine Burton. You're telling me Zach Taylor didn't make that pick? Like a lot of these coaches do have a lot of control, into what goes and what says. So I mean, a lot of it is like that behind the scenes. Who is responsible for a lot of this stuff, and I see your opinion. Like 100%, I understand it. The Duke Tobin and the shit like that. I also understand the Zach Taylor. When you're burning timeouts and shit consistently, and you don't look like you're supposed to be out there coaching a football game because you don't have your head on straight.
Yep.
Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. But outside of that, I think there's a lot of room to point the finger at, bro. And I think a lot of the that ownership is just kind of like chilling right now. Like, shit, they ain't looking at us, even though like they are probably the sole reason why a lot of this shit. Because people don't realize like this is a top 10 cap space with all these contracts hitting with the big trio, and you're telling me, you know, with how good they construct contracts and stuff like that, right? We've talked about it over the years. Maybe if they got out of their ways with a couple million here, a few million there in the guarantee department, they wouldn't have to make up for it future wise because now all of a sudden they're paying even more to try to replace and replace and replace, and it's just not working. Versus if you just paid that guy, like Jesse Bates, right? At first, the way I looked at it was like, okay, we gave the money to OBJ and I liked that. But then now I look back on it, I'm like, dude, we had the money. We could have paid both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And like why were we fine with that? And Jesse, bro, like Jesse not being around, that was big. That completely, even a lot of these key defenders that veterans, and that's where I do go to, say in a sense of like Zach, like damn, that sucks for you. But as a coach too, you have to rise up in those occasions, bro. Like, okay, you lose all these key defenders. What are you gonna do now? You're the leader of men. So how are you gonna control it? You can't. Now that is a tall task. Like these are grown men. Zach can't tell you like, hey, dude, don't do this. Like, they're grown men. They're gonna make their own decisions. But at the end of the day, like, how are you gonna rise up? There's a lot of perspectives you can look at, right? Like, okay, Zach Taylor, the pushover, Duke Tobin, the guy that can't draft. Like, there's just so many different ways you can look at it, and it's gonna be the ownership, right? I mean, that's the biggest thing. Where is the ownership in the thought process of this? Is the ownership going to be like, you know what, this is on us, bro? Like, fuck, we didn't pay defense, bro. We thought this was all, but then Zach Taylor is the guy that said, we need to get new coaches in here, and you know, pretty much it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And that's not how it went. So that's where it's like, bro, like there's a lot going on behind the scenes that a lot of us don't know. It's just gonna be interesting to see when it all comes to light. Yeah, if I had to guess, the guy that's been there for 20 years, I think in an era of which you're at now, a little harder to cut bait and move there, move on to something different. Because the way I look at it is, bro, like you have to have somebody fill in that role, in working within the lines of the Blackbirds and stuff like that. And we talked about it, there's guys in the pipeline up there that could definitely suit the role, but I don't know if they're willing to pull that trigger yet. The way I put it in perspective, you have Zach Taylor who's making a couple million a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins making $500 million. Dude, they are not going to think for a second that, if this is the guy, if this is the problem, we have to cut bait. But then, like I said, that's where the Bengals ownership, they're going to have to identify the problems over the course of this season. And when the season is over, like, where do we go from here? And that's going to be so interesting.
Yeah, it's right back to what makes it so uncompelling to be involved with the Bengals, from coaches, just other, more less significant decision makers, because of how much this ownership has their hands in the pot. And I agree. Like I wasn't just alluding to Duke, because I agree. I don't think that Duke has as much final say, nearly as much final say as some people would think.
Right.
And especially Zach. I mean, Zach just has to deal with it. And here's the unfortunate part too. I mean, we talked about, and I'm not going to run away from this. That we can't knock the Bengals for investing premium picks into defensive players.
No, not at all.
At premium positions too.
No.
It'd be different if they're throwing to that linebacker every other year, taking some fucking dumbass like the dumbass Browns, like a fourth, third round kicker. Nothing dumb like that. But it's just unfortunate that the 6-leg parlay they had, everything didn't hit.
Yeah.
Taking the gamble on young linebackers, which was a stupid, probably the dumbest mistake, because of the general learning curve of a linebacker. Now you have two rookies learning on the fly, but I also can't knock them when you're banking on the upside of a dude that has excelled as a processor in DKJ, older, seemed ready to translate into the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's just these unfortunate things. I'm not here to say that gives the decision makers a pass, but I'm also not saying what some people want to crash out and be like, they completely knew this was coming. Did they know that there was probably going to be some bets that you hoped hit, if not could be bad? Sure. But like, Geno Stone looked better at the end of the year. He had 3 picks in 5 games. He had a pick 6, almost 2. And he was starting to look like the Ravens Geno Stone. And then you're banking on Jordan Battle. So that was a big question mark. But you liked the ascension of Drago Turner. You liked the ascension of Dax Hill. They both went out with injuries. Fucking CTB had injuries, and it's like CTB was, I mean, just he's the epitome of this defense, right? He is the fucking epitome of it. The upside, can't get it together. But he also put together a couple good strings of games these last couple weeks, and now is out pretty much for the year. And like, you're banking on the upside of these athletic defensive linemen. And Osai had 5.5 sacks the last 7 games last year, remember? And so we were like, you know what I mean? Maybe you could get some value there. Year 3 of a first-round pick of Miles, and just all this shit. None of the parlay hit. And that's what is just so shitty. That's why it makes sense that no coaches are fired right now, because I think the decision makers know we fucked up. Shamar Stewart, Oh, dude, what a fucking Shamarcus Russell,
Shamondre
Shamarvin Lewis,
Shamondre Smith.
Shamarvin Smith, Shamarvin Lewis.
But
Those jokes are coming back. They're not leaving. He's just got to play good. That's it, bro.
but let me ask you, because like as an owner, say you owned the Bengals, right? And you fucked up. Your head's not on a stake. Someone else's head's got to be on a stake.
Yeah.
And I think when you're thinking in a business sense, right, and how your fan base is now, a lot of the fan base is now, has turned against Zach. I feel like, last year, a lot of it, you still had that optimism. You still had people that were kind of in that fold of like, you know what, it's the defense, it's Lou. But now I think a lot of people are like, you know what, no, and I think they're gonna have to cut their ties, or they're gonna have to, like I say, it's either Duke or it's Zach, and I think Zach's gonna be the one where it's like, simply put, like you had another chance with another defensive coaching staff, still didn't get it done. Your quarterback gets injured again. Who's to say that can't fall back on him too? Who's to say the ownership doesn't look at him like, dude, the way you run your offense has gotten Joe Flacco hurt. Joe Flacco's fucking, his shoulders fucked up right now. Joe Burrow. Yeah.
I mean, Flacco's barely been getting hit though. Ironically, he's
No,
taken
yeah, I know.
5 sacks
Yeah.
in 4 games.
Yeah.
Every sack he takes is just like, oh God,
Yeah.
he died. Like he's dead. Like, oh, there's the other shoulder. Where he's so unky, bro.
But still though, like who's to say they aren't looking at that, like, like Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
been injured, your
I mean, that
offense.
you're right, bro. That's the unfortunate reality that it's got to fall on somebody.
Got to.
It's not always going to be fair.
Yep.
And we know that this is not fair. That it is likely going to fall on Zach, and it's not as much like last year. We kind of stood on it the whole time, and then we try to justify why Lou was fired. But from the day of the collapse of the defense up until his firing, we were pretty consistent that we felt that he didn't deserve to go.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we kind of justified why it made sense, why da-da-da. We're not saying that's the case with Zach. We're not saying, oh, he's got to stay around. But we're saying, yeah, he's not the biggest problem here. But unfortunately, he's going to be that guy to fall. And it sucks because Al Golden's going to slip through the cracks too. Coordinators can stick around, but it's pretty rare. Man, I mean,
Darren Simmons probably stay around.
True. He did last time,
Yep.
With Zach new regime. And yeah, I mean, he's always got something good brewing with his guys. But Danny P too. That's a fucking gem. I'd be like, damn. You know me, bro.
See, but then that's what I was talking to you about pre-pod. It's like if you went after a defensive minded coach, then you could probably in an easier way, like, hey Dan, you want to come back? You want to be our OC? If they had the confidence in that, right? If they had the confidence in him as a play caller.
I just think that again,
maybe the familiarity.
Multiple coordinator or multiple quarterbacks, you lead top tier offenses.
But then you also
I don't think he's going to be a head coach.
Yeah,
or I think he will. Sorry. I think he will.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to be an OC again. I want him to be our head coach.
Yeah.
I would. But, I mean, obviously, there's some other compelling names out there. I hear you with the defensive minded thing. I just don't know if they want to do that. I don't know.
I think they would, because why not? I mean, they did have Marvin Lewis for so long, and it did work. In a sense of that, you could look at it and be like, well, Marvin Lewis did not ever have this type of level of offense, and
yeah,
the way more, you know what I mean? Like,
but
that's the way I see it.
I hear what you're saying. I do get it. And yes, they've never had a Joe Burrow, but there's one defensive-minded head coach that's really crushing it in the league right now, and that's Mike Vrabel. Most other guys are offensive-minded or like neutral, but
Mike
it depends.
McDonald, he's tearing it up, bro. He's tearing it up in Seattle.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! I completely forgot about him.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that could sell something. I mean, it just depends.
It would have to be a compelling name.
But also you'd have to have a compelling argument, or not just argument, but like complete layout of we're going to keep this offense flowing at a juggernaut level.
Right.
Not that they'd ever say, yeah, we're going to neglect the offense and just stack up the defense, but you know.
Because I will say, like, in a sense of defensive minded coaches, you do get that, that guy that maybe on a 4th and 1 or something, he's not going to be as aggressive. Well, it,
Mhm.
it, it really depends the type of coach,
Yeah,
right?
it does
But
depend.
you would see maybe with more of a defensive minded coach to
Yeah.
kind of be more reluctant on stuff like that
Yeah.
versus like an offensive minded coach, like, okay, I trust my guys. Let me,
Yeah.
let's.
Yeah, I mean, and we wish that that was more common to where they would prioritize facilitating that other side of a juggernaut offense, but
Right.
it's crazy how often defensive minded coaches just cannot assemble a good fucking offense. Just like we've struggled to keep a good defense. And
I just,
I don't know, yeah, it does sound kind of lazy. And I'm
yeah.
not saying that there's no good defensive minds in there, but when everybody was a quarterback
Mm.
who's a decision maker, you know, I don't know. It could be quick to kind of assume on how maybe you could, you know what I mean, miscalculate some of the around the, curve things to keep a good defense.
Yeah, I feel like I look at kind of even the Patriots approach, right? I don't want to compare it too much, but it's like, you had Bill, in there. Bill was defensive minded, wasn't
Oh
he?
yeah.
That's what,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he ever had any type
I
of
mean, well, he
offensive
obviously
background.
prioritized protecting
Right.
Tom and then like throwing
Yeah.
whoever at
Cause
weapons,
like,
bro.
cause like, yeah, and that's the thing. Like Josh McDaniels in there, like no matter who was in there as the play caller, I don't think that this offense is gonna miss a beat because we've even talked about it, bro. Balance, shit like that with Zach before, the 80-20 fucking, and we get it. Like you have those type of weapons and stuff, but you kind of gotta be smarter at times too. Who's to say, an offensive play caller, young guy comes in
Hmm.
here and a lot of guys are, gonna want to come here to prove themselves too. And
Hmm.
shit,
Yeah.
you've seen it in Buffalo. I mean, you've seen it in a lot of these other systems where you just have those talented guys and guys can come in and just get a coaching job just like that. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting, man.
yeah.
I will say we're going to have a ton of time to be able to talk about
Oh
that
yeah,
rabbit hole
for
later.
sure.
So let's try to turn it back to
This week.
what to take away from the current team. Like I said,
Yeah.
we're going to try to keep the X's and O's
Jeez.
about the next game. Yeah, the X's and O's about our Jimmys and Joes for the next game on a Thursday episode. So sooner or later, wrapping this up. Moving forward, I think that we can bank. I think we can start to lean a bit more into Miles and see what that looks
Yeah.
like. I don't think that that's. I don't think I'm not talking some high ceiling. I'm not getting anything goofy like that. Um, he's still been largely inconsistent, and you're gonna need much more. But like, I mean, what the fuck do you have to lose to not start Tyson Anderson?
Oh yeah, I agree. I
Like,
100% agree.
what do you have? Like, I
Isn't
mean,
Dejan Anthony healthy? Like,
he's been on the rehab field actually.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So I mean, shit, he would probably be out there by now. But that is kind of weird that Tyson still can't get no run. You know, um,
It is interesting.
yeah. I mean, I want to see Powell Ryland elevated for the next game.
Yeah.
Um, I want to see. I mean, it sucks. I guess DJ Ivy just hasn't shown much. Clearly, he hasn't been, getting much run at all. But a dude like Fig, I mean, it's hard to sell that, bro. Or what's going to happen is that you're going to move Dax back to the outside. And you're going to bring Jalen Davis in there, which fuck it. I mean, Jalen Davis has shown more understanding of where the fuck to be than anybody else and probably more willingness to tackle than anybody else,
Sure.
you know?
Yep.
So he could be a dude to elevate linebacker, someone else. I mean, you cannot.
Even Warren Burks is bad.
Yeah.
The whole linebacker group is just bad.
Yep.
They're
Yep.
just bad.
It's really tough, dude.
Like fucking, like you talk about Tyson Anderson. Like, can Tyson Anderson go drop down the box? Like, fuck. Like, what
Yeah.
can Tyson do? Can Tyson play linebacker? Shit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's only so much they could try to create there,
Yeah.
but then you kind of turn to the offense, like we said, that every hit that Flacco takes,
Mm.
it's just, ugh, you grimace a little bit. He was not the same after he took that hit from Watt. Um, it was not an egregious hit by Watt. It did look like a completely acceptable hit 5 years ago, but it's not going to pass today. Um, he is a bitch, so that's the type of shit he does. Good old hard nosed Steelers football. I cannot fucking wait till we see him next time, bro. Just
when
I
hopefully we
fucking hate that
when
team.
hopefully we have our
Ugh.
roster reconstructed defensively, and we're good to go. We have some new juice on that defensive side. Want to get pissed off and
And actually be
reestablish
able
our
to
old
make
ways.
plays.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the O line struggled a bit this game too. I mean, that's going to happen. They have the talent on
Yep.
the D line. They have
Right.
arguably the best D line in the league, outside of the Broncos. So it makes sense that they were able to, create some more issues this time. But O line still had their successes too. The run game's still looking good. Chase Brown breaking that big one.
Oh yeah.
That was a great fucking run. The the double double is going to be the recipe for every defense moving forward, I think, on Jamar and T. And it shows how critical a guy like Mike Gesicki was. A dude that can comfortably, consistently beat that linebacker or even that corner, you know.
Mhm.
Andre can't do it enough. These other guys can't do it enough. Noah Fant doesn't really have the speed, the agility to break some dude's ankles and create space and finite space to catch a ball. But Mike could. Um, That's low-key a big one I'm waiting for, bro. We never knew the extent of that pec injury. Remember, it was just pec injury.
Right.
But, like, I just remember how he was holding it. I was like, oh, God, that don't look good. But you need a guy like him, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a Packers game, right? Like, the second snap against the Packers or the – yeah, I think it was a Packers game. So, what, you've been 4 or 5 games without him.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You need a dude like that back because you saw, like I said, you saw it rear its ugly head. These guys are going to commit to that. You need to move Jamar around more.
Yep.
I mean, put Jamar in the fucking backfield. But these dudes are so pussy, bro. Like, and I don't blame them. But, I mean, they're following Jamar to double him. They did that almost every play. Like, Jamar was in motion some plays, and they'd have a safety motion or a slot corner.
Yeah.
Someone else motion behind the other guy to just stack them. And it's like, it's a gift and a
They
curse.
learned. They learned.
Yeah, they learned, and that's why I was so pissed off that they got cocky. It's just like when it's like when you're young and immature and you want to double team up on a dude to beat his ass. It's like you got to double team him to beat his ass. Then you're talking shit. That pisses me off. But
We'll
yeah,
see,
bro.
man. We'll see. I mean, hopefully. I mean, once you get to your eighth loss, it's completely over. I
Yeah.
mean, you can say it's over now. We've seen a little fight from them towards the
Hmm.
end of the season. Once you get to that eighth loss, yeah, it's
Yep.
wraps.
I mean, because that's it. You can't afford no more.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, fortunately, those last three games are completely winnable
Yeah.
with the Joe Burrow. Um, yeah, it's just a matter of. So you're telling me this 4 game stretch, you've got to go 3-1 with this defense. Yeah, like with the Ravens that are finding their footing. That I don't think the Ravens are the same team, by the
Oh,
way.
and,
But they keep winning games. Like,
and in one of those games, you're not gonna have Jamar, so just scratch it out there. So you have to go 3-0. You have to go 3-0. Like, I'm
yeah,
sorry, like I don't want to be that type of fan, but we're not beating the
yeah,
Patriots. If we do, dude, I will be so fucking happy and so surprised at the same time.
yeah. And Christian Gonzalez is out there. So that's a dude that is
Yeah,
capable to not clamp up T, but that is a legit with size. Like that's a feasible matchup now. So all of a sudden,
Mitch Tinsley legacy game. Is it
if they
happening?
want to play him, I mean,
They're gonna have to. No Jamar,
Andre,
Andre, Mitch, and T. That's your starting wide receivers, bro. Ain't that crazy?
yeah,
Or are you starting Charlie? I mean, you're not starting Charlie because Charlie's in the
nah.
slot. You're starting Mitch Tinsley at the X.
Are we pulling out Jermaine Burton out of the vault?
No,
Nah,
no,
no, yeah.
he's sick.
He's got, oh,
He's sick.
they're sick of his shit. Yeah.
No, he's sick of their shit.
No, they are. He's sick of their shit. Bro got CTE. He needs to go to. I'm kidding, but yeah, right. He's sick of their shit. He hasn't heard a fucking thing. But I mean, fuck. We're doing. Yeah, I guess we're kind of thinking about the game ahead. That's tough, bro. Then Drake May. Oh, he's just gonna fucking dice up this defense, bro. Do I watch?
Yeah,
Do we
crazy.
watch on Sunday?
Like Bengals Drake watching Drake May beat his team.
May
It sucks.
end your Bengals fandom life.
He took my name and he's about to fuck my team.
Drake May fucking destroy this defense.
He fucking took my name and he's about to bend my team over.
Straight up, bro. About to put this defense on the hub. Yeah. Hey, at least Joe Burrow. That's another thing we got to talk about before we go. At least Joe, Jamar, and Trey will be back for the Ravens game in 2 weeks. For what fans will say is completely meaningless. Pack it up. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 all this fucking stupid shit. These guys are football players that want to play football, and Joe Burrow is coming back. Why is Joe Burrow coming back? They should tank. First of all, shut the fuck up. Second of all, these coaches are fighting for their jobs, and Joe Burrow gives them the best chance to keep their job. So they're going to play him, and he wants to play. And he's competing in 11 on 11s this week. And Drake, I fucking need Jamar to win the Triple Crown. He's not winning the Triple Crown. You know what? It ain't over.
I just want him to get a K again.
Can he average, like, what if he just averaged, like, a tutty and a half a game? He can have 10 tutties. And then, because he has 5 this year, I think. He has more touchdowns than
T has 7.
That's crazy.
I know, T has 7.
That is fucking crazy.
T has scored for a month straight. Literally a month
wild.
straight, bro. He's not had a touchdown for a month straight.
Crazy.
He scores every home game. He fucking
Yeah.
like the dude is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Jamar, if anybody can do it, it's him. But I just really want him to win the Triple Crown again. So if he can just go for like 300 yards against the Ravens, I'd really appreciate that. Oh, wait. Yeah. So if he can average like 150 a game, touchdown and a half, and like 10 catches, then he should win Triple Crown.
You talk about when you see Joe Flacco and you just like cringe. That's how I am with Joe Burrow coming back. I mean, I it's gonna make me nothing but happy to see Joe back and playing in form. But like when I'm seeing Joe out there on the field in the bottom left hand corner, you see, or the bottom of the screen, you see the Ravens and the Bengals, and you see like the records below it, and the record says 3-8. It's gonna crush me inside that my quarterback is playing for a 3-8 team. I love the grit. I love of the game. This shit, him coming back out, but it just hurts, bro. Like, come back in, bro. Like your team's 3-8, bro. Like your offense has been playing great up until like last game. Like Joe Flacco didn't look that bad. He's looked amazing, except last week. Like that, it was just a bad game, bro. Like, and who's to say, falling on that shoulder and like that hit you said after a while, he wasn't the same. So, but it'll be nice to see. I will eat good that day if Joe Burrow's in the field, Jamar Chase, Trey Hendrickson, I will eat good. B things. If not, I probably won't eat. I probably gonna starve myself.
Hey, Drake, are you okay? Starving on Thanksgiving. Damn. Just oh my gosh. Yeah, bro. Or just to fucking puke up all your food just because of how straight utter ass the defense is. It's like I just can't do it. Let's not do that on Thanksgiving. But look, man, here's what's tough. Like, as infamous as this defense is, like, we're gonna look back in 4 months and fucking wish we had the chance to be in this moment again. Of watching Bengals football, because on this show we love to, always structure that time and kind of give those windows, like, oh, XYZ, XYZ days. Uh,
That sucks.
Before we know it, dude, it's gonna be back to the drawing board, you know, for another fucking
3 straight. We've gotten on here, bro, for years, bro, and we haven't seen our team in the playoffs, bro.
It's pretty crazy.
It's feeling crazy, bro.
It is, but it ain't over.
It's not.
Um, but it sure fucking feels like it.
Warren Burke's legacy game incoming. I mean, about to turn into the
Joe
next Zach
Giles,
Bond.
Joe Giles Harris fucking redemption game.
Fucking get PJ Jules out that motherfucker. Like, I don't care at this point, bro.
Yeah, for real, bro. Throw everything at the wall. Um, make something shake, man. Make something shake like you on Onlybengals, because that's all you got. Like they better go out there and put it all on the line, bro. Um, I mean, at this point, the floor is so low. Just I would rather have 11 Bobby Harts out there on defense that do play with that tenacity, that will give you that 100% effort, than 4 guys. Jordan Battle, I mean, looks uninterested half the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Geno Stone,
I like
non-committal.
I told you, I feel like I tell you this every episode. Like, these dudes, they think that they are something that they're not. They come in, bro, with the fucking chrome heart backpack, Gucci, Louis, all that shit. And you spent 20 bands on a bag, but shit, that 20 band bag ain't gonna be worth shit when you ain't got a job next year. Okay. You got a big ass chain around your neck, but you can't even afford it.
That's gonna be on Facebook Marketplace in about 12 months.
Exactly. Like, bro, you had an opportunity to get to work this off season, and I'm sorry, like, you can call it whatever it is. You ain't just ass, bro. The work you put in shows on the field, bro. Like, if these dudes are putting in the work, it would show on the field. They wouldn't be ass. They would be playing for contracts. DJ Turner playing for a contract. Dax Hill, these guys playing for a contract. But some of these guys, they got it in their heads that, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, that's their boys. Well, I guarantee you, when that bank account is out in 5 years, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are not answering your phone call. They're bumming money. So just like, come on, bro. You're about to play XFL football next year, playing for the Battle Stallions. You might be playing with AJ McCarron, the former Bengal, going on a championship run. But you know what? You're gonna think in that moment, fuck, dude. Why didn't I just work? Why didn't I just put my head down, study film, and learn how to tackle? Dude, I played at Alabama. Fucking, where did Geno Stone play? Iowa. I played at Iowa. Dude, I played at all these big colleges.
Defense, bro. You do defense.
I'm ass.
I mean, yeah, bro.
Straight on the hub, bro. Onlybengals, motherfucker. Subscribe.
For real, bro. Because that's what they're gonna be selling sooner than later, bro. They're gonna be selling exclusive content.
Oh, God, if one of my fucking defensive players gets leaked, I am deleting my page.
Yeah,
deleting my page.
All right, I think any of us would at least, not it. I don't think we condone it. We'd probably leave them in the past, but yeah, bro. It's just tough right now. Obviously everybody tuning in.
We'll be all right though.
It's hard to not indulge on what is to be expected the rest of the season, and dread it. But the things we do have to look forward to as we wrap this up is Joe Burrow. Suck it the fuck up. Get out of your way. I don't want Joe to fucking play. Blah, 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 blah. Joe Burrow, players like Joe Burrow aren't going to be around forever. Nope. So any fucking week that I get to watch one of the best quarterbacks ever, I'm going to fucking be all here for it, bro.
I like it.
I'm going to be all here for it. So,
you know what, bro? Take you some shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chill with the family, bro.
You know what? That's a good fucking take. Just drink.
Enjoy the moment.
Gamble?
You know what I mean?
Should we gamble more?
Gamble.
Okay. So drink, gamble,
all the bad things of
Get
life.
rowdy. Okay.
Yeah, all the bad things of life.
Yeah.
Just do it because Joe Burrow's back. If that's the case, just do it. I fucking eat until you get sick. Fucking drink till you get sick. I
Get
don't care.
obese, gain weight, drink alcohol,
You know what you should do?
all that shit.
You should go run a route too. You know?
Run around. Yeah,
Run a
yeah.
route.
Get outside,
Just-
bro. Get nasty, bro. Be
just
all-time quarterback.
Go run around.
Yeah, straight up, bro. Go outside at halftime, throw some passes.
Yeah.
I always love to do that with family, man. That's a tradition.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, uh, it's these are still the good old days, dude. So let's just enjoy it while we got it.
I just want to point out
for the love of the game.
for the love of the game. I just want to point out first episode in I think forever and all and probably eternity. I think the Bengals are done, and you know why? This guy doesn't have his grills in. He
Yeah.
showed up grillless today.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, bro, because once I heard about the grills, I'm like, yeah, it's wraps.
We're at yeah,
We're
it's
wraps.
wraps. Yeah, man. Just I'm not feeling it today, you know.
Damn.
I mean, what's there to flex about the stunt, you know? Nothing.
Remember them you need to get the BW webs. The
fucking gold slugs.
Yep.
Oh shit. Oh no.
The BW.
That's too
Hey, I love the BW.
the BW
webs.
things. Nah.
Bro, that dude had aura.
You know what?
I'll give it the BW web. He had aura. He was
Thank you,
ass,
bro.
but he had aura.
That just fucking that lifted up my whole mood. Thank you. I had to get my girls out of the fucking car, which they better be locked up out there. Okay, no, I should be fine.
We living in the projects.
My car
Shit,
gonna
I
be
don't know.
raided. No. Drake is not in the projects. We're not in the projects. We're in the suburbs actually. Nah. But
No.
BW Webb, man. I would love a fucking BW Webb on this defense right now.
I
Just
know.
for vibes.
Right.
Do we have any do with vibes at all?
Like just
on
the
this
long
defense?
the long fucking braids.
that had
yeah.
that shit on.
I know, bro. He was.
We just sometimes need a
tripped out.
motherfucker that has that
23,
shit
bro.
on.
He had the 23 on, bro.
For real.
He was tripped
Which
out.
one was better, 24 BW Webb or 23 BW Webb?
That 24 was clean.
Because that he looked like Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And then he kind of played like Pac-Man, low key, the first few weeks he got here. And I remember trying to build up evidence. I was like, he wasn't that bad in New York. Like he actually had like a pick one year. Like, but dude. Yeah, you know what? We need more fucking BW Webbs and less Tony McCrae's.
Yeah, that was bad. Bless you.
Thank you.
Gotta see
That's his fucking defense, bro. We need less fucking Tony McCrae's, less fucking who is the other fucking dude? Tony McCrae.
I'm up right now because I was
Look up
interested.
2017 Bengals
I'm literally
secondary.
in 2017 right now.
There you go.
Right.
Oh, there was another dude, bro. We were so ass. I mean, we obviously had Dre. That may have been the last year of I don't know if Leon was out there that year. I don't think he was.
We had Peck.
Iloka.
Oh, we had Kavari Russell.
Kavari fucking Russell.
Josh
That's
Shaw.
what it is. Josh Shaw. Yup. George Iloka. Which George Iloka, bro, he had a really good year in fucking from 2015 to 2018, bro.
Yeah, I really thought that Kavari Russell was going to turn up, bro. But he was just a social media guy.
Yeah. Oh, fuck that dude.
Why? What happened?
That's the dude on Instagram that sells the fucking spam fake jerseys.
Kavari?
Isn't that him?
No.
Who's the dude?
Kavari.
Let's expose the dude. Who is that guy? What's his name again? He texted me not too long ago. I cooked his
he's
ass.
from LSU. He went to LSU because he acts like he knows Joe.
He did, yeah.
And Joe follows him, but fuck, I forget
right,
his name.
He does follow him, bro. We should expose that dude real quick. Just fuck that guy. I'm not for fucking scammers, bro.
That dude's
literally, I'm gonna dedicate fucking 30 seconds of my time to find this dude.
Dude, we had a fucking kicker named Marshall Cone. I didn't even know that.
What? That's crazy.
In 2017.
Marshall Cone?
I did not know that.
That's tough.
Brandon LaFell. Dude, that dude had it on. You talk about drip. Brandon LaFell was dripped out with that 11, bro. That shit was tough, bro.
Yeah.
I give it to him. Oh my God. You know who else was ass?
Huh.
Hardy Nickerson.
Oh yeah, Hardy. Yeah, he was
Dude
horrible.
was ass.
Yeah, he was Garbo. We'll just fucking name obscure dudes from the 2017 fucking season.
Man, I thought Jordan Willis was gonna be nice.
Freedom Akinmoladoon. Remember him a few years ago?
Yeah.
Yep, Freedom. I thought he could have became something.
Good old free boy.
Yeah. The good old days where dudes put in some fucking effort, bro. Some fucking hard nosed ass football. Now we get soft nosed ass football. That's the problem.
Remember when they kept trying to put their fucking money in on Jordan Evans because he was friends with Joe Mixon?
All right, I don't think that's why they kept paying him, Drake. I don't think that's why they kept paying him because that's his dog. I think Jordan Evans was actually decent for a little bit.
Bro, no. This is actually obscure. Remember when we signed this guy, and I just thought back to legacy. It was in 2015, I believe. Remember when we signed Thomas Rawls?
Yeah, wasn't he the running back?
Yeah, he played for Seattle, and he had his little
Yeah.
legacy. He had a
Yeah,
little Lynn
yeah.
Stanley run.
Yeah.
I thought, man, I was hyped for that one.
We could really go obscure. You know what? Let's just try to up the vibes really quick.
Yeah.
Let's just do some classic obscurity.
Okay.
JP Fashi,
Okay.
2008 tight end.
Interesting.
Dog.
What about this guy?
Reggie Kelly.
What about this guy?
Who you got? No, we're not doing big. Oh, is that Mike Jones?
I don't
know.
No.
Who is that? Number 81? Now I'm pissed off.
I wonder if anyone in
Who
the
fuck
comment.
is this
I
white
wonder
boy?
if anyone could get that.
81?
I wonder if anyone could get that.
That's tough, bro. That's so tough. Who the fuck?
I honestly, that's
Oh man, these just
because when you think of 81, you think of like fucking Tyler Croft or some shit.
yeah. Oh, bro. Now I'm bothered. Now I'm irked.
I know. I can't even. Think
Matt Jones. I think that was his name. Matt Jones was the receiver that tested 10 out of 10 RES, was 6'5", ran a 4.3 fucking 40, almost 4.2. He was a white boy in Jacksonville. And he had a couple years spent here. I got another one. What was his fucking name? That German dude? Remember the German pathway in the fucking NFL on like how to make it to the league? He went to the Vikings and then came here for a year or two on the practice squad.
Wait, is that him?
Colin Cocart.
Is that him?
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either.
I don't think so, bro. I see like a M or something like that on the back. Jordan Shipley, Cedric Pierman, Kenny Watson, Bernard Scott, the legend of Bernard Scott.
I did like Bernard Scott.
Bro, I'm about to pull up with a motherfucking Bernard Scott.
Ben Jarvis Green Ellis had that shit on too.
The fundamental, yup. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis.
Bro, he had drip. That 42
I don't think he had no drip.
Bro, yes, he did.
That motherfucker didn't even wear gloves.
Capping, bro.
Bro, he had no gloves, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Bro, listen, Bernard Scott gave me.
No, I
dude,
said Jarvis. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis.
I know, but if we're stunting fucking obscurity to obscurity, bro, Bernard Scott is the king. He may be the king of Bengals obscurity.
No,
bro.
I'm saying drip. He was dripped out.
I don't remember any drip. You got to prove that shit to me, bro. He played with Bill Belichick in 2009 with Lawrence Maroney.
Look at that drip, bro.
Oh, that's a little bit more than I thought. Ooh, yeah, that's 2013. That's 2012. Like
that 42 is different.
That's not. I'm sorry. That's not tough. Like that's not tough. Bro does not have that shit on. 42. 42 is a tough number. I got one. Lorenzo O'Neal. Big old fullback. Great fullback. Great fullback. RP Rudy Johnson. I mean, Levi Washington. There we go. Receiver 3, receiver 4, a little depth. Reggie Kelly.
I'm a little younger than you, buddy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. Gotta keep it soft for this fucking guy, dude. Gotta give him fucking easy levels, bro.
Jeez.
Easy levels. Oh, Jonathan Joseph and fucking
man.
Jonathan Joseph in 2007. 2007, 2008. I was 10 years old. and I had a Jonathan Joseph jersey, bro. I wore that shit to school like every Friday. Then my dad told me one time that I should stop wearing it. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
He's like, he's no longer with the team. Bro, I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, it makes no sense. I was like, but he was here. I didn't understand trades at the time, but
Jake Fisher. Oh boy.
oh god, stop, bro. You're bringing up the horrible era, bro. We got to talk about the good old days. We got to talk. No, don't talk to me, bro. Don't bring up a player unless if it's Reebok Bengals. We need Reebok Bengals. 2011 down, dude. Brandon
He
Tate
hates him so
is a
bad.
fucking terrorist.
Oh,
He doesn't count.
shit.
Brian Leonard.
Okay.
Don't get me started on number
Or-
40.
yeah,
You want to talk about some drip, bro? Brian fucking Leonard.
this is crazy. That
Rex Burkhead. Andrew Hawkins. Dude, just man. Back in the day, dude. What was his name? Kenny Casbaharn, that fucking old safety we had.
think about the life that fucking Clark Harris lived, dude. He saw a lot of shit.
He did.
Boy, saw a lot of shit, man. Damn, you really did see
Shane
that.
Graham.
Yeah, Shane Graham.
Brad St. Louis.
Andre Caldwell. No, that wasn't that.
Andre Lavernius fucking Coles.
Yeah, Lavernius Coles.
I met him, bro. He's kind of a prick, low key.
Really?
D.D. Dorsey. You know fucking D.D. Dorsey, bro? When I went to the Bengals, when I went to welcome like the Behind the Jungle or something, like that summer event or something, Andrew Whitworth, I met him. We got exclusive access that year. I met D.D. Dorsey. Bro, I hung out with him for like 2 hours. He got kicked out of the Bengals event because he got too drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, they had an ice statue, bro. They poured liquor from the top and it poured through the ice statue and it was into the shots and it was ice cold, bro. And they literally had to kick DD out because he kept pouring. He kept having someone pour at the top and he was drinking at the bottom. Bro, I was like 9 years old, bro. I was like, yo, that's super fucking cool. I met Slim, bro. Hung out with Chris Henry for like 10, 15 minutes, bro.
I found out who the tight end is, by the way.
Who?
Ben Utek.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It just makes me all fuzzy inside, man. Domata Pecco. Frosty Rucker. Robert Gathers. Yeah. Fucking nasty.
Insane era, man. But all for naught because we have Joe Burrow and we're still somehow 3 years removed from the playoffs.
Chad Johnson.
Love Chad. Got Chad right over there, actually. Bobblehead Chad right there.
Oh, that's Chad?
Gold slugs.
No. Carson Palmer. All right, that's it. No, I'm kidding. Carson Palmer. Reminiscing on the days of yeah. Look, we just had to escape for a little bit, man. Hopefully you guys were going through some of your names too. But that'll probably wrap it up, guys. We are where we are, man. Let's just enjoy it. Take it one day at a time.
Yep.
Let's just try our best to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy these times, man. Things are starting to heat up. Fantasy football, starting to heat up a little bit for the ends of these seasons. Yeah, I am mid every year, but I'm glad and happy to say that I have a winning record in every league I'm in.
I am the Howie Roseman of fantasy football. I'm convinced. I mean, I have, it's top to bottom. Jared Goff, this 12-team league. Jared Goff starting quarterback. Okay, I know he came off a bad week, but you know what? I'm a team that puts up 150 at least every single week. So it doesn't matter if my quarterback slacks off sometimes.
Because you are Howie Roseman, just like your fucking quarterback.
Because
that hurts.
Yeah. Because at the running, at the running back position, you got James Cook, you got A-Chain, you have Quinshon Judkins. The wide receiver position, you have Stephon Diggs. The Cardi B. I got lucky with that, bro. I didn't know that Stephon Diggs was gonna mess with Cardi B when I drafted him. Okay.
Oh, so he turned up once he got with Cardi B.
Yeah. Coming off that ACL. So yeah, I got him. I got Amon Ra. I got fucking And I traded T this season, man. I love T, but I had to get Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is in that fold. Got a great team, and I'm just Devontae Smith on the bench, riling up. He had 1 point last week, but made the right decision. Put Diggs in the starting role. I am Howie Roseman. I know my team top to bottom. Um, okay, I can't say that.
My biggest flex was drafting JSN in the 10th round.
My biggest flex was drafting JSN last year and telling everybody that he was going to be a 1, and he turned out to be a 1.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Probably my biggest, that JSN's definitely the biggest flex. Somehow I got Puka in like the 4th round or something like that,
That's
something
insane.
stupid.
That's
and
insane.
Devontae, super late, bro. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
are people forgetting he's a bona fide 2? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, all right, man. That'll probably wrap it up. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, guys. Like, and I'm sure you guys are feeling the same. We always like to bring the energy, the best that we can, but there's just not a ton to dig into right now. Having Joe back is going to be the funnest part. I'm really looking forward to his interview tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Seeing what comes from that. He's going to have to dig deep, another Zach interview. And then for our show on Thursday, they'll obviously give us some more evidence of, where everything stands. And we'll go through the X's and O's and talk about how we can
help the Jimmies
have fun. Yeah. These guys are going to have to play for love the game on Sunday. Because Travion Henderson's coming to town.
Maybe if you just hired a hacker to just wipe out all these defensive players' bank accounts, they wake up on Sunday morning.
They're like, I gotta earn a check.
Oh,
yeah. Nah, who knows, man? I don't condone hacking into the defensive players' bank accounts.
Me neither. That was all comedic purposes.
Are you sure?
It was not real.
Oh no, it sounded impulsive. That sounded like something.
Think so?
Yeah. It sounded like something that was in his bag there. So, all right, man, let's get the fuck out of here. You got any last second comments?
Fuck this defense. This is a disgrace. This is a disgrace that my offense drags their nuts on the floor every single week. They're the best EPA, arguably all time. Best EPA offense in the NFL. But yet you have the worst historic EPA defense. Fuck that.
What a dichotomy.
Guys. Fuck them guys.
We talked about it. Joe and T since 2021. Joe, T, and Jamar have the highest EPA ever for a trio with over 1,500 snaps in that 4-year span while having the worst defense in NFL history. What a dichotomy at one time. Ain't that crazy? Yeah. Literally the best of all time of a trio and the worst of all time. What a time. We're going to look back in 10 years and we're like, that's just crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But you know what? How I'm coping right now is I'm going to go fucking find a Bernard Scott jersey tonight to make me feel better.
Interesting.
No. Or a Bobby Hart one.
68 is nasty.
Yeah.
I couldn't write a 68.
I'm going to keep that in the vault. Bengals would have won the Super Bowl with Bobby Hart.
Bengals would have won the Super Bowl with Andrew Whitworth. Just saying.
Bengals lost the Super Bowl against Andrew Whitworth. All right, that's it. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. Yeah,
you're done.
Everybody's left.
You're done.
We'll be back for more on Thursday. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to this episode of the Bengals After Dark video cast.
Peace.